Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is the Friday LEGO Let's Chat. And we're going to be picking up where we left off on the UCS X-Wing Starfighter set 75355. There will probably be a link in chat momentarily if anybody wants to go to lego.com and check it out. There it is from Cosmic Dancer. Thanks very much, Cosmic. How's it going, Blast? How's it going, SweetSandi? Dan, good to see you. Tech Dog, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a good Friday so far. I have the coffees. I'm a happy Joel. I would argue that Lego also makes me a happy Joel, but we've got bag 2 and 3 probably happening today. It looks like there's enough time to do both. They come with their own little bags of sub pieces, as they normally do. And this is what we have so far. So this is going to be a big kit. It's 22 inches, I think, from tip to tip. So it's almost 2 feet long. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the length or if that's the width. It could be the width. I guess we'll find out. Do send some coffee over. Hey, will do. I think I mentioned last time I was over to Costco with my dad and I bought 4 kilograms of coffee because it was on sale. So I'm good to go. My fall coffee consumption is sorted. Lots of little Technic pieces happening in this bag. It is a lot of coffee, but it's cheap because I work from home, so I don't have to go and buy coffee on my way to work like I used to. And granted, I drink a lot of coffee, but when you're paying $15 for 2 kilograms of coffee, that's actually pretty good. Oh, we've got some elastics happening in this bag. I'm sure something to do with the X-Wing and the S-foils, as it were. The X-Wing configuration. I'd say gray is probably the piece that we have the most of. I feel like I'm sitting crooked. It's weird. Maybe I knocked the table sideways or something. Drives me nuts. This is my old drafting table, and it's not on wheels, but it's not like it's got just little feet on it as opposed to like big heavy legs, and so it doesn't take much to bump it out of position. And I get it all set up nice, exactly where I want it under the camera, and the camera is on a different table so that the camera doesn't shake as I'm doing stuff. And I can't tell you the number of times that I've knocked this table out of position, like reaching over to turn on a light or trying to adjust the camera or something like that. And then I nudge the table. I'm just like, ugh, now I have to kind of get it all positioned, centered under the camera. Thank you for the feedback, Cosmic. I appreciate it. I have noticed with these Lego streams that if I talk and I lean away from the microphone as I lean over the big table, then it doesn't come out very clear. So I'm going to be a little bit more mindful of how close I am to the camera while I'm talking. I don't know what we're building today, but I would imagine it might be the fuselage, like maybe the back end of the craft. I forgot to look them up in between streams. I meant to look up just how big X-Wings are in the Star Wars universe. I've got a funny feeling they're bigger than I think they are. So how's everyone's Friday going? I've been tired today. I went to the gym yesterday, had a big workout, and then normally I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday with an extra day thrown in there, but I went Monday and Thursday this week. I have to remember that Thursdays are actually pretty chill at the gym. There wasn't a lot of people there, so I was able to do all the things I wanted to, which is great. I mean, I know enough that if a machine that I want is being used, I can just kind of pivot and do something else, but sometimes I like being a creature of habit and doing the thing that I'm in the mood to do, and it's nice when you don't have to wait for people or worry about that kind of stuff. Question is, with the elastic bands be less or more annoying than the stickers? No, we've done some elastic band stuff before. They're actually pretty cool. I think there's some in Ecto 1, and I think there's some elastics in the other X-Wing that we built, the minifig scale X-Wing that we built. I'm pretty sure that's how the wings open and shut on that model as well. It always takes a little bit of time to get things sorted. First bag. Happy that's the end of the week, says Cosmic. Weekend is only 2 days, not feeling long enough? Yeah. I mean, I work weekends, so my weekends... For me, I find that I go into Monday morning to record the Spawn Chunks. I'm just like, man, how's it Monday already? I've had a pretty relaxing week, actually. I can't complain too loudly. I don't schedule much before 1 p.m. My streams... I mean, that's strategic because it gives me time to do any kind of like web design work or stuff like that that I need to do in the mornings. But I didn't have a lot of that this week, so it's been pretty chill. I played a little No Man's Sky on the Xbox. It's weird. I still can't get used to flying the spaceships on the Xbox. I've done a little bit of Starfield on the Xbox as well, and flying the spaceship on the Xbox is just, it's weird. I much prefer, even though a mouse is not as good as a joystick, you'd think that I would prefer the Xbox controller, but I prefer the mouse. And No Man's Sky is very active right now. There's a lot that happens around you compared to what used to, which is cool. These great pieces are always really fun details to add. Out of curiosity, how straight am I today? Oh, not bad. Not bad. I noticed the last couple weeks I've been really off as I've been going across. It's been either going up or going down. Hey, shout out to Elkhorn. The mighty Elkhorn is here. Also, Cosmic Dancer gifted 12 months of tier 1 to Elkhorn95. Cosmic Dancer. See, I'm glad I noticed that in Twitch chat, because Streamlabs is telling me that Cosmic Dancer gifted a sub to Elkhorn95. But Twitch is saying that Cosmic Dancer has gifted 12 months, a full year of subs to Elkhorn95. That's incredible, Cosmic. Thank you so much. Hey, Elkhorn, did you know that you can join the Discord now? For folks wondering, Elkhorn has been a long-standing member and mod in the community. They know. Happy belated birthday, by the way, Elkhorn. Alright, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Two mods, one mind. Wait, you have a Discord? Yeah, imagine that. Anybody that's a sub, gift sub, both of those are 25% off on Twitch right now. And then there's also the Patreon page at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. That's where you get access to the Discord. Twitch subs, of course, get access to the handful of emotes I have on the channel. But if those don't matter to you and you just want to get access to the Discord, which I would argue is the better value, then $2, less than the price of a cup of coffee that we mentioned earlier. Oh, I missed one. Crap. Got to keep the coffee level up, yeah. That's the plan. It is a lot of great pieces. That's why I think we're doing like the fuselage, like any kind of like engine slash wing support stuff, or undercarriage maybe. Could be a lot of the bottom. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff that may or may not be seen in the end. Oh, there's two of these. Yeah, one of the things that I'm looking at doing, we've got a couple of small sets after this, but I'm waiting to see what Lego is going to announce for the holiday season. Keeping a close eye on that. But we've got like some of the smaller gift sets that came with this. There's also I've also got my old Lego from when I was a kid in a box somewhere. It does get tricky to start moving piles around. Yes, I was going to ask ahead of Christmas for no reason at all if there was any new Lego sets coming up that you were thinking of. No, I haven't really looked that far ahead. Usually I get the heads up because I'm a Lego VIP. They tend to give me an email when new things are coming out. I don't read a lot of blogs. Like, I've never been one of those people that follow like entertainment blogs about like rumors or what's coming out and when. And same thing with video games. Same thing with like Lego sets. There's all these blogs that cover like potential sets and leaks, quote unquote. I'm just like, I don't care about leaks. I just, I'm just gonna wait until Lego says, hey, we've got this, it's coming. Because anything that's gonna be really popular and really hard to get, like for example the Optimus Prime set, or this Lego X-Wing, actually, they give you lots of notice. They give you weeks, and then usually the VIP members, if we want it right away, we can actually have access like a day or so ahead of the regular store. So there's opportunities to pick stuff up sooner rather than later. You rely on other people to tell you things that are coming out? Yeah, our Discord is actually pretty good like that. We've got a couple of Lego aficionados in the Discord, and they'll post things that they're excited about, which is nice because then it's not all just the things that I'm into. Like, I'll share some things like, you know, Star Wars sets or different, you know, nerdy sets that I like. But like, I don't share every Lego set, but there's people in our Discord that are very much into just about anything as long as it's Lego, right? That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of hinge pieces. So I'm wondering if this is going to be some sort of base gear and engineering for the S-foil function. Funny, when I was a kid, I thought they were called X-foils because it's an X-wing, but they're S-foils. Short for stabilization or stabilizer, I believe. Once upon a time, I had an art book from Star Wars that was like those exploded schematic views of different ships. It was really cool to look at something like an Imperial Star Destroyer because like the detail on that was just ridiculous. Then the Mario Piranha plant that they just came out with, if you've got a link for that in chat, Cosmic, that'd be great. That is very cool. I agree. I'm trying to limit the stuff that I get for, you know, just shelf decoration. Although that's one of those things that's not so big that you can find a spot on a bookshelf for that, right? Like, I think that's pretty doable. I'm not sure what to do with these little ones. I think I have to move this. News about the Piranha plant. Do they have a release date on that yet, Cosmic? Whoops. There's a certain level after which stop caring about how I can weasel these little pieces in. You just end up like it's one thing to put everything down one at a time as you go. It's really difficult to kind of get in after you've placed things and rearrange stuff. Got some pieces that turn. Your bookshelf has interchanging Lego sets, Captain Graham. Nice, yeah. I've been moving things around as I've added new sets to my collection. Stuff that I like more ends up going in different places. Like for right now, I've got the Shuttle Discovery and Ecto 1 flanking my television in the main room. But the Ecto 1 will be replaced by this X-Wing when it's done. Whoops. But then I don't know what I'm going to be doing with Ecto 1. I do have some shelving in my studio that I need to clear out. It's got some old art supplies on it that I just don't use. So I'll be probably utilizing that shelf for some Lego, especially things that are very shelf friendly, like Ecto 1. These rolling pieces are always a pain. I think the more efficient way, and I think the more, I'll say, economical way to do this would be laying out your big pieces, but then little stuff like this. If I was building off camera, I would have a little dish for all this, like this stuff. There would just be like a little Tupperware container off to the side. Guess I'll go white after that. I guess chromatically I could have put the white next to the light gray, but my Minecraft brain. TinMyren subscribing at tier 1. That is 11 months, 1 month away from a full year. TinMyren, thank you ever so much. Very much appreciate the support. Once again, folks, tier 1 subs are 25% off. If you're interested in joining the Discord, supporting my content, seeing more Lego streams, a lot of these little pieces too. But we've seen a lot of this beige color on the outside. There's several spots where it's been visible. Well, I guess maybe just the top right now. It's funny, no, like I realized that I've set this table up really poorly for a right-handed guy, because the mic, my chat, everything is all right-handed, whereas when I'm streaming from the PC and I'm playing a game, the microphone swivels around and it's on my left. The chat room is on my left, and so I'm free to use my right hand while I'm streaming something like Starfield to, you know, to drink coffee, to use the mouse. But then here, I feel like everything I'm doing, you know, left to right, like my hand is always touching my earphone cord, the mic is kind of like in the way. I kind of have to lean to look around stuff. I mean, granted, I have a better Get a better setup the other way around with a bigger monitor for chat too. I might try to replace one of my monitors. There's Prime Days are coming up, and of course there's the Black Friday sales. I might take advantage. I'm quite happy with the 27-inch monitor that I use right now. For my main, it's a 27-inch 2K monitor. I don't think adding a second 27-inch monitor would tax the system too much. All right. Egg. Ooh. I think that's bag one. There we go. Oh, maybe we don't need this right now. Where's there more room? I guess over here. Alright, so we start with one of these. One of my pet peeves in the lab is that despite being right-handed, almost everything that is fixed on my lab desk is on the left-hand side or left-handed. Really? Forces me to use my left hand more, which always bothers me. I'm actually pretty close to ambidextrous. I broke my right wrist when I was 22 or 23, and I was working in animation, so I had to continue to draw with my left hand. I mean, I was able to do other tasks and kind of like delay really doing any finished drawings with my left hand. But as a result of doing computer work, mouse work for 3.5 months, I had a cast for a very long time. And it really allowed me to get used to doing a lot with my left hand. I also played guitar as a teenager, so having, you know, your left hand do a lot of the finger positioning and stuff on the guitar also helps. Do we have any musicians in chat? I don't know if I've asked that before. I wish I had kept it up. I wish I had learned to read music, like sight read. I only ever paid attention for tablature for guitar. I never really got into the whole. I never compose anything. I was just playing along with my favorite songs. Another one of these. Both of these little white pieces. Broken bones are not fun. Nope, I agree. It was up there. I think the most pain I'd have ever been in was my appendix when I was 10. But your memories of pain when you're 10, I don't know, are necessarily comparable to your pain tolerance as an adult. But I'm a pretty big guy, and I'm used to, we'll call it discomfort with training, sports injuries, that kind of stuff. And when I broke my wrist, it was the scaphoid bone, which is a little bone between your thumb and your wrist, like it's right down there. And it was like this kind of a motion is what broke the bone. And it was a surface fracture. And it was very, very sore, but I could still use it. But then when they did the x-rays, or they did the test at the emerge, the doctor basically put some pressure with thumb and forefinger on either side of it, and then bent my wrist back and forth to test to see whether the bone was broken. And I hit a knee. Like, I went down like potatoes. It was the most pain that I've ever felt. I can't even imagine people that have broken like big bones, like arms and legs and stuff. It must be absolutely just terrible. And plus, like, things like that affect, you know, your mobility. And I had some dexterity issues, but mobility, I could still walk around, I could still do all that kind of stuff. Oh no, I still, once I had the cast on, actually after about a week there was no pain. I had the cast on. The crappy thing was getting the cast off in August, and then them testing it and realizing that it had not healed, and I had to put the cast back on for another 6 weeks. So that whole summer I had a cast. It was purple too. It basically, they offered me a free fiberglass cast, which is way lighter than plaster. And so I took it. The only thing is I didn't have say on the color. I had to go with purple. But I'm glad I did, because I had that cast on for so long. One of those, and 2 of these. The only bone I've broke was my left arm as a toddler. My mom kept the cast, so it's tiny. Yeah, Squeal, I can imagine it would be. Blast Jordan, you've broken both your arms, but not at the same time. Well, that's good. That would be a bad time. This has to be the fuselage. This has to be like the back. We must be building up like the engine, all the guts, where the hyperdrive goes. I wonder, because of how detailed this build is, if we're going to be able to like get the hyperdrive, like be able to actually see, they indicate what it might be. This is the kind of book where I wish they were giving us more cool tidbits. You know, about behind the scenes for the X-Wing fighter, or I would love for them to have like a lore snippet in the book explaining, like, this is the, you know, the hyperdrive, or this is the sublight engine, and all that stuff would be very cool. Because what I'm building right now feels very technical. Dan says you broke your collarbone. Yeah, a lot of people break their collarbone falling off stuff. Cosmic, I did not know that you played the drums. Was it like concert band or like rock band kind of drums? And not like Rock Band the video game. I mean like rock band, like bass guitar, drums, keyboard, singer, that kind of stuff. 2 kids jumped on it and broke it. Yikes, Dan, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, Blast, I know what you mean. Sawing off the cast was a weird experience. My doctor was nice enough to explain that it was a vibrating saw, not a reciprocating saw. So it can't cut you. It's weird though, because like as a kid, any kind of like blade, you're like, just don't put it near you, right? Like it's your brain is trained to keep stuff like that away. Started off in percussion band in school, was roped into playing in a band in my teenage years, more rock than anything else, and cover songs. Right on. I was in a cover band in university. We covered Radiohead, Green Day, and the Beatles, which was a weird mix, but it worked. One of our band members was a keyboard player, so we had to kind of choose stuff that fit. They were actually my neighbors. Actually, Ben Kelly, who was the keyboard player in that band, was on stage at one of the Minecraft live presentations in the US because he's an educator, he's a teacher, and he uses Minecraft in his classroom. It was a small world. I sent him an email shortly thereafter, but it was hard to nail him down because of his teaching schedule. And then COVID happened, and we've just not tried to connect since. This thing is getting very vertical. Not sure if it really comes across on chat, but it's becoming quite the construction. Oh, nuggets. Cosmic, you might be interested in this. The other day, I was really in the mood to do some first-person shooter stuff. So I was looking on Game Pass, and I noticed that even though I already own it on the PC, that Borderlands is on sale until Sunday. Borderlands 3 is on sale on Xbox in the Microsoft store for like $12. I think I might get it just so I can have it on the Xbox because the graphics are going to be better than my computer. I'm just not entirely sure how well I'll be. I played the first Borderlands on Xbox. The second Borderlands I played on PC with mouse and keyboard, and I prefer first-person shooters with mouse and keyboard, but I feel like I would be okay with Borderlands 3. Hey, there's Hunter555. What's up? I would have loved to have picked up and I guess there's still time. I probably still could pick up an instrument, but I would have loved to have picked up more of a solo instrument. I played bass guitar, and it's really kind of hard to hang out in your apartment and enjoy playing bass guitar on your own. I would like to have learned something like keyboard, piano, trumpet. I like jazz, so it would be really cool to learn. But see, then when you get into trumpets and stuff like that, it's hard to transition from something like a guitar into trumpet because you're like I said, I couldn't read music. I mean, I could. I just couldn't read it fast enough. It would just require a lot of practice and adjusting and stuff. I played violin when I was very young, but like not at an age where I got any good per se. I think I was just good enough that I didn't make my parents' hair stand on end, but I was only 10 or 12. That was my concert band adventure, was I played violin. I'm actually really glad that I was musical growing up, because it really helped when I became an animator, because my sense of timing was really good because of music. Oh, missed a step. The problem when they don't highlight the next step in the instruction booklet is that when you have a gray background and gray pieces, it's really hard to see. Especially with the glare from my lights. Really hard to see what's next. X-wings are usually up. Yes, they are. Oh, I didn't know that little cosmic dancer was learning the drums. That's cool. I don't remember the username, but there was a grandmother on TikTok during the height of like all the lockdowns during COVID that was sharing and showing videos of them drumming, because they were in a drum line when they were younger. Still remembered everything. So it was really cool to see someone that was, I mean, I want to say she was in her 60s or 70s doing like different drumming and stuff like that. It was fun. Impulse SV is a drummer. My one experience with so I've known two drummers. My mom's friend Dave, and he's the kind of guy that's just always tapping on something. Like it's cool, but it also kind of drives you a little bit nuts. And then, oh gosh, I think his name was Adam. The drummer in my band in university was an odd individual. I will leave it at that. Talented, but odd. And so my experience with drummers is very fidgety and a little weird. No offense to anybody that's a drummer. I mean, I fit the stereotypical bass guitarist too, because like I wasn't very showy, pretty quiet. I mean, I talk a lot, but like I wasn't outgoing socially. Aha! Now we know how it connects. So this goes on the back. Man, this extends this by a country mile. Goes underneath it. How on earth? These go like that? Yeah. Told you it was going to get a lot longer. Whoops. Did I just... I don't know whether that came off of my... Yes, it did. So we just made everything from here back. Those two, and these two. Very fidgety and a little weird. I feel called out. Sorry. Sort of. And then this connects everything together like that. Certifying the whole thing. Yeah, this is really, really interesting. I'm genuinely curious about what we're building here in the micro scale of it. And this is going to attach on this side. I always find it really interesting when they do this kind of vertical attachment in Lego. It's really slick. And this goes further back. Neat. We've got 4 of these pieces. Yeah, these definitely feel like where wings would connect, seeing as they are hinge pieces and the way that they have them oriented. I wish I knew more about the Technic side of Lego. I see some really cool stuff being built with like by Brickworks, I think, and like all the different things that you can do, but you'd have to own like so many Technic sets to have like your own library of playable, you know, pieces. I mean, fidgety and a little weird, I think, can generally describe a lot of us. I'm not very fidgety. I don't tend to fidget very much. Jury's still out on how weird I am. I love how sturdy this feels. Like, that's solid. I'm just gonna go aside for a bit. Does it even fit in the shot? Barely. Now we have to start layering in some of these bigger pieces. Squealet, you knit. Right on. That goes like that. And then take 4. And oh, I see. So then this goes down in, and then these go into secure it. There we go. Cool. Although it's still only stuck on at the top. That seems a little bit strange. Okay, so then we're on to one of these pieces. You're at an hour, presuming you don't want to break yet. No, I'll take the break. We still got a fair bit to go. It's going to be slow going, so that's probably, we're on to a new section, so probably a decent time to take that break. Thanks for the reminder, Cosmic, much appreciated. Folks, if you're new, I take a break once an hour. I do usually try to stick to them because it allows me to stay fresh, stay frosty, and not get too, I guess, congested from sitting too long. I feel like it's such a bad thing for you to sit for great periods of time. It's a good thing that I don't do it for a living. So I'm going to step away, reheat my coffee, and grab a stretch. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. You should do the same, and we'll see you in just a few. Take it easy, Blast Jordan, if you're still around. I know you're heading out shortly. Appreciate you being here, as always. Thank you, Cosmic. Two of those. Two of these. 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 of these little guys. And 2 of these small plates. And that's it. It looks like we need to build 2 of these. Yep. You know, in all of my video game adventures, I play a lot of sci-fi stuff, but I don't actually play Star Wars games. You think I would. I haven't heard good things about Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Survivor is apparently really good. But like, I feel like I want to play the first one before the second one. I hear it's kind of hard. I mean, I guess I could put it on story mode and not really care about the challenge, right? And then I played the first like 15 or 20 minutes of Battlefront 2. It was good. I don't know why I didn't continue with it. This kind of goes on in this configuration. I hear Rogue Squadron is good as well, but that to me seems like a really good VR game or sitting at your computer if you've got a joystick kind of game. What am I looking for these? Cosmic Dancer with a $200 donation. Holy smokes. Was looking for an excuse for my donation, but all I could find was Happy International Day of Awareness on Food Loss and Waste Reduction Day. So there's that. What? I mean, thank you. That's incredible, but also random? Like, just sure. That's incredible, Cosmic. Thank you ever so much. But also, I saw recently on social media that it was like International Daughter Day and International Son Day. By the way, neither one of my parents care about all these made-up international social media days. One of my favorite posts from the other day, an acquaintance of mine doesn't have kids, but they have 2 labs, a black lab and a yellow lab, and they're both boy dogs. So on International Sons Day, her and her husband posted themselves with their dogs. It was like taking part in the meme, but then also kind of poking fun at the meme a little bit too. It was good. I mean, I'm assuming this is somehow going to be how the X-Wing S-foils rotate, but like, this is wild. So this is going to go on here, and that rotates freely. I'm assuming it's going to do like a back and forth. Goes this way. And then we add another one of these on top. like that. So that spins just like this does. Oh, we do it again. But in the other way. Yes. Okay. This is absolutely the wings. Or the wing mechanism, I should say. 2 of those. These. 4, 8 of those. And 4 of these. According to the UN calendar, says Cosmic, that's what today is. I was hoping it was International Friend Day or something, but no dice. So, you know, be green and good to the environment and all that. You don't waste food. I'm actually pretty good. I tend to buy a lot of whole foods, so I don't buy a lot of packaged foods. And so therefore I don't have a lot of things that go in the garbage. I often have to take my garbage out before it's full just because it gets smelly. But for me, because our city and the building actually participates, of course, by bylaws, but I live in an apartment, and rather than having like a compost bin, I keep a brown paper bag in my freezer, big one, like a decent size. I would say probably about like a 2 liter, 4 liter brown paper bag. And then, so I put all my, you know, compostable scraps in there. And so they don't collect flies or get smelly or anything like that. And then when it's full, I take it downstairs to there's a big green bin out back. And that's what I use to compost. And because of that, and because of the fact that I eat a lot of like fresh vegetables and fruit and stuff like that, there's not a lot of packaging, so most of my garbage is just frozen compost. "30th of July is International Friendship Day, in case anyone was wondering," says Cosmic. Wow. What's the weirdest on that calendar, Cosmic? What's the weirdest holiday? Or I guess to narrow it down, are there any holidays coming up in October that we should be aware about? Either wary of or aware of. All right, so then this attaches this way. Yeah, that's totally X-Wing functionality, if I fathom a guess. Another 4 of these. I really like it when the mechanisms that you build inside of Lego sets still look cool. And this goes on top like this. And then we attach this on the top in the same direction as the blue pieces on the bottom. So they rotate separately. Yep, that's what it is. How does it go on there, though? This goes facing that way. What does it attach to? Oh, I see. Okay. These blue pieces. So the blue rivets, I'm not sure what those pieces are called, but the blue fasteners go into the black pieces there. This is incredibly complicated. Like in a cool way. I should say not complicated, complex, because it's easy to understand. It's just there's a lot going on. That is really cool. I like that it creates this like cylindrical mass that goes through the middle of the fuselage of the X-Wing. And then you can see how the X-Wing would function, right? Neat. And then we're turning it around this way. Let's move some of this stuff down a little bit. This goes that way. Man, I would have never guessed that this is the kind of stuff we'd be layering on here. A little tricky. There we go. When in doubt, wiggle it. It's interesting how it's asymmetrical in that the piece that's back there is up here. And then vice versa. World Mental Health Day is the 10th of October, which is very important. World Migratory Bird Day, 14th of October. Don't miss it. 27th of October. World Day for Audiovisual Heritage. Must get cards printed. Nice. October 1st is International Coffee Day. Is October 1st International Homemade Cookies Day as well? You can't have 2 days on the same date. I just made homemade cookies last weekend. The hard part about that is where I live alone, I end up eating the whole batch. They did not last half the week. Just FYI for anybody that thought that was going to be a thing. And that is what we got. And then this goes here. It's difficult because of the way that this is put together to put enough pressure on everything to fasten it. Because you've got to be like dead straight with these things. That one went on easier than the last one, actually. That's in there. Like that. I'm assuming now we're going to be putting the cross pieces on. Yeah, looks like it. This, and 2 of these. goes on across here. Very cool, very Technic. I bet you Technic builds are really fun to put together. They're weird to look at after. Imagine engineers probably have a really fun time designing them. And then we've got the 4 pieces here as well. So that's interesting. We're going to have a lot to secure the wings. The wings are probably going to be quite heavy. This is going to be really big and really cool. All right, now we've got these pieces that go in the top. This goes here. I'm assuming these are what the elastics attach to. And then this piece goes here. Yep, that's what I thought. So goes gray, black, and then black to gray. Like so. So that creates some tension. Cool. Now, unfortunately, we're a little bit off kilter. Like this goes over by 1. Like that. And then these little pieces sneak in here. Meto, hello, how's it going? October 1st is indeed International Homemade Cookie Day. Okay. That's in there. And then now we're on to another piece. This. These are always cool because there's usually some sort of like snapping and very satisfying click rotation with these pieces. Wow, 4 of these again. Like I said before, it's just all these bits are inside, but it really looks cool. So then this goes in here. So this piece this will connect to the track. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Very satisfying. goes up in like that, and then this attaches here. Oh, I see. So this is going to push the pegs, and this is going to be our control for the X-Wing S-Wheels. Very cool. So that's going to be able to twist in there like that. And that will probably put tension on the black pegs, would be my guess. And they have it rotated sideways. And then we put this symmetrical, yeah. That looks very technical, very cool. And then this goes down straight across there, attaching to red pieces. Yeah, this is going to go between these two pegs, and when we rotate that, it'll probably either increase or decrease the tension. Oh, interesting. It's just enough to push it down. I'm not sure if you can see that, but as you rotate it sideways, it pushes the little black pieces down, and then they stick in there in the little crevice underneath the bottom, very sharp. So that locks it. And then if you want them back, you can either twist them. You can't twist it back. You have to keep going, and then it just snaps them back down. That is really cool. The way that they handle stuff like this in Lego is just remarkable. And probably something that's really cool at this scale. It's like all the gear work that we did underneath the DeLorean that rotated the wheels, you know, for flight mode. I thought that was really well done and really cool too. And then this attaches back here like that. Like they even have these gray, I'm not sure if you see this, but these gray pieces underneath these curved red pieces are flush. Really cool. And then these pieces. I think. Yep, that is really snug. Wow. Yikes, that is slick. Like the precision in this is just really, really cool. And there's the explanation on the X-Wing. That is wild. There is not room for like even a hair in that thing. What am I looking at? We do all 4 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of those. Looks like this is at the front. And then these are at the back. And I say that's probably the end. Yeah. 2 little pieces left over. That's pretty cool. Probably easier to see from behind. Neat. Never heard of hair being part of Legos, so why would they include any? Well, there's plastic hair. Plastic hair in Lego. Squealet says October 28th is International Animation Day. No kidding. Coraline is a great animated film, Squealet. Is that one of your favorites? I watched Elemental from Pixar on the weekend, and it was remarkably good. It looked beautiful on my 4K TV, and I think unfortunately the only reason that that movie got overshadowed was because it opened up next to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I think the minifig hair shows up more in the city builds, would be my guess. So folks, I was thinking, and I'm debating if I want to continue on to bag 3. It's not a super big bag. It's that, or maybe I could switch over and do some Starfield. I feel like I'm not going to get much of a chance to play Starfield on the weekend. And it is kind of space themed. $1,000 bits from Cosmic. Thanks ever so much for the incredible support today. 1,000 bits, bag 2 done hype. I feel like I want to pace this out a bit. I feel like I want to switch over and play some Starfield. What are you folks feeling? Either sounds good, says Meadow. Cool. Yeah, it wouldn't be a very long break because I just took a break like 30 minutes ago. So I feel like this could be... What are we building here? Engine parts and stuff? Yeah. What's bag 4? Yeah, bag 4 gets onto panels and things. Yeah, you know, I think moving on to Starfield is probably a good plan. Because I like to try to take my time with this build. So, if you are going to stick around, I hope you do. Starfield is more spaceships and more sci-fi. I'm going to continue on with some of the main missions in that game. So, hang out and enjoy that. If you're watching this later on YouTube, that's YouTube VODs. Joel Duggan VODs is the channel that I put all that kind of stuff onto. After it's streamed, the VOD from yesterday in Minecraft should be up already. You can, of course, follow me on social media at Joel Duggan and on Twitch here at Joel Duggan. You can check out my podcasts for free. That's the Spawn Chunks and the Citadel Cafe. Both of those have new episodes out this week. And we'll be continuing with more Spawn Chunks on Monday. I don't know when the next time I'm sitting down to record Citadel Cafe. I guess it'll be the first Wednesday in October with Steven ESC. We're probably going to finish Ahsoka. That's probably the next conversation we'll have. And I've also been watching some other stuff. I've been trying to get into Foundation Season 2 on Apple TV Plus, but it's a lot. It's a weird show. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We're going to just switch over. The stream will restart, so I have 2 separate VODs for the 2 different pieces of content. And I'll be back in just a few. Thanks, folks.